You know, the American people are not really aware of the threats that we're faced. I think we all understand that. And the problem with this is for us to have the proper priorities for our military. I think it's necessary for the American people to understand why we're having to do all this. And you still see things that are happening that they still believe that we have the best of everything and nothing to worry about because that's how it's always been and so forth. But they don't realize that how fast China has modernized and the problems that we're facing out there. And our allies, you know, they're almost looking at what's happening in the South China Seas with the island building and all of that as the Chinese preparing for World War III. You try your mic.
Thank you very much, Senator, for your question. The advances made by China especially, but the other threats I articulated in the region, Russia specifically, in the 21st century has really been profound. While our nation has been focused on the efforts of land wars in Southeast Asia, these advances have been basically unchecked with the economic power that China has brought to bear, and they have greatly advanced their capability truly in all domains. You mentioned space. From what was essentially a handful of satellites at the turn of the century has now become hundreds of satellites, capabilities in communications, in surveillance and reconnaissance, and other capabilities in space. If I move it all the way down through air, they've now got fourth and fifth generation fighters, which were not there at the beginning of the century. And they have now advanced surface and submarine assets that they also did not enjoy at the turn of the century.